I am about to say something that might offend your favorite spiritual influencer, but as a psychologist and multidimensional mindset mentor and human potential catalyst, and a soul who has seen the non-linear nature of time, you cannot heal your way into a new identity. If you have been excavating your trauma for years, doing the shadow work, the inner child healing, the endless digging for what's wrong, and your bank account, your relationships, and your energy are still in the same loop, you aren't healing. You are just re-traumatizing your cells, your being, your identity. You are attracting exactly where you are in your frequency, in your vibration. And so today we are going to talk about the healing trap, the reason why focusing on your wounds keeps you chained to them, and how to finally move from being a professional healer to a quantum architect. Welcome to Infinite You Beautiful Souls. I'm Dr. Sheri. I am a spiritual psychologist, and I have spent well over 20 years as an entrepreneur and as a creative being, leaning into my potential and aligning with the conscious creator within. And if there's one thing I know, it is that we have glamorized the struggle of healing. I love, love, love Carl Jung. I respect the deep dive. He was absolutely one of my heroes back in graduate school. But with Uranus moving into Gemini energy, we do not have another 7 years to sit in the basement of our subconscious. That is not how we consciously create our reality. Well, we create our reality, but we don't consciously and powerfully create it. We are moving into an era of rapid integration, of living full out, of being super aligned with the essence of who we are. And so if you are ready to stop circling your problems and start collapsing into your potential, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, and share this video with someone who you know may benefit from it. We are going to take a deeper dive into the mechanics of this shift today. Here is what your brain needs to hear. In psychology, we talk about the default mode network. This is the part of your brain that is active when you're daydreaming, or whether you are ruminating. And when you focus on a shadow or a wound, you are physically strengthening the neural pathways associated with that pain. And most people are trying to drive into their future while staring exclusively in the rearview mirror. So you're analyzing the why of your childhood while the 5D field is trying to hand you a brand new reality. And from a clinical standpoint, from a scientific standpoint, this is called memory reconsolidation. Every time you go back to a traumatic memory without a specific identity pivot, you are not fixing it. You are re-encoding it. You are telling your nervous system, this is who I am. You're telling the universe, the quantum field, this is who you are. I am the woman who was hurt. I am the woman who was not heard, which I am all for, taking deeper dives into parts of us that need healing. I'm not saying that. But remember that Uranus and Gemini, where we are moving into right now, is demanding that you change the narrative, not just analyze it. I want to be really clear about saying this. It is completely okay for things to bubble up for you to walk through something so you can not just transform it, but transmute the energy. I know that when I had my near-death experience and saw the superposition of timelines, I realized something radical. The wounded version of me wasn't a problem to be solved. It was just a frequency that I was tuned into. I saw that I didn't need to fix the versions of me that were hurting. I needed to tune the dial to the version of me who was already whole. And, I talk about multidimensionality pretty much in all of my videos, right? 3D is our conscious mind, our physical reality. 4D is our subconscious mind and our beliefs and thoughts and identity, the programs that we hold. And I really talk about this in a little bit of a different way. So your beliefs, your thoughts create beliefs. Your beliefs are a program, and your program has a frequency. And that program is attracting whatever it is into your reality. That frequency, that vibration is attracting whatever it is into your reality. And so if you change the belief and the set of beliefs, you change that identity, and that new identity ideally is best and most amazing when it is aligned with the truth of who you are, your soul's truth, the essence of who you are, your super conscious mind. You get to decide. And that 5D is the energy, the soul, the super conscious. And so in the 5D field, your healing doesn't have to be a process that takes decades. It can be a narrative collapse. When I saw my soul through time, I saw that I was never actually broken. The breaks were just the places where the light was trying to get in to rewire me for something bigger. If you spend 90% of your time in your shadows, you have no light left to architect your future. So I talked about the 7-year-old inside of you in my last video, and I'll actually be making another video all about tuning into that 7-year-old inside of you that is pre your programming and beliefs that you learned, whether they were true for you or not at the soul level. So remember, when I talk about that, there's no shadow work for your 7-year-old inside of you, right? There's just identity practice. You decided who you were. You had big dreams. You had creative visions. You had all of this going on, and the world reorganized around that. And so to break that healing loop today, and please, I'm very well aware of trauma and programs and stories that we all learn. We are all human. We have all had profound experiences that make us feel smaller and very three-dimensional and very, very limited or confined, right? This new energy with Uranus moving into Gemini is the exact opposite of that energy. And so I'm saying make that shift into a new level of perception about who you are as an energetic being, right? So you can definitely, when you are ready, when you catch yourself digging for what's wrong or asking why I am like this, I just want you to remember, do something, and this is where, and I mentioned this in my last video, where neuro-linguistic programming really does come in. Clap your hands, snap your fingers, break that default mode loop. How do you know that you're there? You can feel it vibrationally. We are energetic beings. We are so much more energy than we are matter. We create our reality through vibration. So if you notice that glitch, if you notice that incoherence in your vibration and an old program or an old thought or an old part of your identity that is also holding a vibration, notice that friction, notice that mismatch of frequency, and snap yourself out of it quite literally. Move into that 30,000 foot view as the amazing, expansive, wise soul that you are, that creative, always connected, always wise, always quite literally non-plus, that part of you that is all-knowing, that has been around since forever, right? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You are who you are. You have always been, had this core frequency inside of you. Ask yourself at 30,000 feet, who is the version of me that is already past this? Who is the version of me who is already past this? That is the narrative shift. Instead of saying, I'm working on my trauma, say, I am observing the old program as it leaves my field. You are not a patient, you are a creator. Stop acting like you are in treatment and start acting like you are in a creative studio, right? So get that kind of visualization in your head that you are so much more than you have been taught and programmed to believe. And so, when you have a chance, look at my links below, and I will put a link in there to grab and join my free newsletter. And also, I just created a new really cool tool that you can use to really craft the architecture of your identity. It is called a Quantum Identity Playbook. Grab the playbook. It is $7. It is the bridge. It is designed to help you move from healing to designing and creating by retrieving your original 7-year-old genius and recoding your daily frequency. The link is below. It is the best $7 investment you will ever make in your 7-year Uranus window. Remember, Uranus is the disruptor. I will link this video to the one I made previous to this, all about the energy of Uranus being in Gemini. And you can also, if you would like, book a call with me for a human design session. I also call it your quantum blueprint session if you want to see exactly how your soul is engineered to create, not how you were programmed to survive. So you can go ahead and click a link to book a human design session with me. It is your unique energy, your unique strategy, how you create, how it really works for you to keep you in flow, how you interact with others and in the world in your physical reality. So remember, click the links below for my newsletter, for a session, and that amazing $7 playbook. It's really about quantum alignment at the end of the day and really tuning into the essence of who you are before your programming. Do not spend your next 7 years in this professional healer mode. You know who you are. You know the light inside of you. You have heard your calling, right? We are all connected in that way. Do not be in professional healing mode. Spend your time being infinite in this new, expansive, amazing, disruptive, authentic, deeply self-aware energy of Uranus and Gemini. So go ahead, hit subscribe. Share this video with someone who you know will really need it, will really resonate with it, and leave me a comment about what you are resisting right now, what you are looking forward to, who you want to be in this new, expansive, amazing, creative, disruptive, authentic, self-aware energy. And I will see you all next time, beautiful souls. Namaste.